Welcome back to Football Manager. It has been a little while again. Unfortunately, I apologise for that, but we're continuing on with the content. We're looking to get ourselves, if we can, a new goalkeeper today, potentially here in the final hours of the transfer window. Trying desperately to improve on Liam Kelly, who's been rock solid, was very good last year. We've just not had a great start to the season, in all fairness, so far this season. But I do think that Liam Kelly is improvable, if you know what I mean. We have put in a transfer bid or a loan bid for Matteo Rizzo, a 21-year-old goalkeeper that looks pretty decent from Nice. If he's good, then we could consider purchasing him next year, potentially, if he would be willing to come to us. Him coming in would mean that Jack Stevens we can let go, and I rather evidently would be pretty happy and comfortable in doing so. $2,500 of his wages would go towards the money spent on the loanee. To be fair, the loanee, they only want 20% of his wages, like 1.1 grand or something silly for that transfer deal, which is just outrageous. Yeah, 1.1k. It just seems too good a deal to turn down. So that's what we're going to look to do. We're not planning on selling anyone else. Rizzo to move. He's done. That was easy, wasn't it? Absolutely rock bloody solid. All right, sweet. Work permit completed. He's in. That's the sweetest, quickest. Bosh. Regular start who could still improve. We shall register him though. Do we need to send him on a course for language? We might need to send him on an intensive language course. Can we do that? Where do I do that? I don't even know how to do that. Normally it pops up here and then I just do it that way. Alright, regardless, Matteo Rizzo is in, meaning that Jack Stevens will then leave us. We will offer via transfer room to other clubs, set him a surplus to requirements, and he will leave us. We'll just register Rizzo and then we'll be all good to go. He will start in the next game, which in 8 hours time... Actually, no, the next game is just beyond that, I think. We have upcoming Cardiff away, who are bottom. Reading at home, who are 22nd. We're, of course, 21st so far this season. Then playoff chasing Blackburn before Plymouth in 23rd. So 3 relegation rivals in the next 4 games. We're hoping to not be in the relegation picture this upcoming season. But at the moment, we are in that picture, and we hope to turn it around. So... wish me luck in doing so. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content. I'd very much appreciate it. We're still, of course, adding to the squad if we can. We brought in Finn Stevens on loan. He's going to start at right back for us moving forward. Or maybe Mamdi might actually continue to start at right back. I haven't decided between the two. But we, of course, lost. If I show you the transfer history, we lost. I say lost. We sold Liam Bennett to Hull for £6.5 million because, well, it was the right thing to do. He was valued from like 1.5 to 3.5, and they offered me twice his valuation. Obviously, I was going to accept that. So he's gone now. It was just the right thing to do for the football club. And with 6 hours remaining, I don't think we're going to do anything else unless someone else comes in and says, by the way, here's lots of pennies for this insert player. But nobody wants Jack Stevens. No surprises there. I think, quite frankly, we are done transfer-wise. Time to go about ensuring we can stay in the Championship this season. We have the lowest player wage expenditure in the whole division. 200 grand a week is our current wage expenditure. Leeds United have 6 times that. Leicester have significantly more than as well. So that's the nature of our... our challenge this season at the moment. There have been some Patreon players move. You know, it's Chris Taylor there just moved from Reading to Borussia Dortmund for £36 million after smashing it in the Championship last year for Reading. So we will update the Patreon spreadsheet for you in the not too distant future. I might do that at the beginning of the next episode and then collate all the information here. But I've not got much time to record this video, so we'll concentrate on getting some content for you, and then from there we will move on and give you it in the beginning of the next episode. I'm quite happy with captain to remain as is for the time being, even though Briançon isn't starting for us. He's still a big figure in the dressing room, so it's more of a club captain than a team captain. Away from home against Cardiff City next. This is a giant game at the early stage of the season. Rizzo will play his first game for us. There we go then. Cardiff City away from home. Zach Hemming, Perry and G. Mark McGuinness. Keon Ateta up top is a monster of a player. Tyler Morton in their midfield is going to be very good as well. We've tried to keep morale up, regardless of the poor results so far this season. We've done an okay job of doing that. The morale is okay, fairly okay in the squad right now. But you can see here, we could really do with a win to take us from here to about there. That would be lovely, if you don't mind, gents. We've made a very poor habit of conceding goals very early on in halves recently. I'd like to eradicate that, and if we can eradicate that, then that might completely change our fortunes. Oh, we could very well have scored early doors in the half this time, but Cabal has his effort very well saved by the man in between the sticks. Perry, Mark McGuinness, Jorge. That's a good goal, isn't it? Oh, bumholes. We do go behind to the side that were bottom of the table. But to be honest, that wasn't a team bottom of the table quality goal, was it really? Takes a touch, too much space really, and drills it at the near post. Rizzo concedes on debut despite having a decent game so far. Johnston, Cabal, through ball is up there. Jay Stansfield is in, and well, that was a bit more emphatic than his last chance, wasn't it? There you go. Now that's football. Agreed, Mr. Commentator down the bottom. We will praise the boys for that. That was a very, very well put together goal. Mikey Johnston into Cabal, through the gap. And there's Stansfield. Cabal tucked inside from right wing to Cam and making an impact, which is nice to see. Corner Cardiff, 89th minute. Terrified. Reading take the lead against Blackburn. That's important for them, and as a result, important for us as well, considering the nature of the league table right now and them being next for us. And we've just lost this one too by 2-1. It has been a very difficult season thus far, hasn't it? Pops us into the relegation zone. Reading and Cardiff with their victories are now out of the relegation zone. We did get the result we wanted, but we played well. I'll keep the morale up as best I can, and then hope that the results of it eventually turn. Obviously, when Shorteye is available again, Cabal will just move out wide and Caddy will drop to the bench. And then Twine will probably come in for Mikey Johnson, to be honest. But we'll see what we can do against Reading here. Let's put an end to our recent poor form, shall we? At home, in front of the stand that doesn't yet exist. Come on. We've only got 4 points so far this season. Let's make it at least 5, please. If not, hopefully 7. Cabal. Free kick. Oh, square. Stansfield goal. Training ground stuff. Jay Stansfield was off the mark in the league last game. Back to back. Diop's been impressive so far. That is a chop and a half. Jose Fontan is toodly buys. Reading down to 10. We will go positive from balanced. Because we'll make mistakes. Because we're getting too cocky. Too complacent. Bugger. 1-1. Right, cool. In their final third. Or in their defensive third. Here with a few minutes to go. I like the idea. Just poorly executed. That was terrible, though. Speaking of poorly executed. Edan Diop with his first goal for the club on his loan spell from Monaco. And that might well be enough to see the game through. We will now certainly start to time waste, play for set pieces, be more disciplined. These could be a vital set of 3 points. If we can get another one. Be a very happy boy. We are obviously wasting time, hence the delayed free kick. Holy moly! Luis Fiorini! 20-yard blockbuster. Another set-piece conundrum from the set-piece training ground. And Reading just not marking. They haven't learnt from the first one. Fiorini's second goal of the season. I don't know why he has a 2-star rating, because look at those stats. He's just as good as almost anybody else we have in the squad right now in those positions that are like 3.5 stars. Fiorini is a player. Very, very good. That's us out of the relegation zone and our goal difference better than all but one below us now too. Well done, lads. Loved it. So Blackburn Rovers at home then. Abba Ike, or Ike up top, the man that we tried to loan from Man United, and he said, don't want to play for you, mate. Now he's at Blackburn and challenging for promotion to the Premier League with them, so you kind of understand the reason why he made the decision that he did, really. Right, well that went well then. Keeping him quiet today means giving him the free kick from 30 yards that he puts in the top corner in the 12th minute, does it? Probably could have scripted that, really, couldn't we? Lovely run. Cabal in the box. Ho! Not behind for long. The side is showing a little bit of fight about itself now. Just 3 minutes after going behind, we are level again. Very, very key role from Mr. Diop. We've got a corner. Fiorini delivers. Phillips up, but it's going to fall here to Mikey Johnston. And we are making the most of set pieces. This time corners, not free kicks. But another goal for the Yellers. And we lead by 2-1 against Blackburn Rovers. Let's freaking go. A third goal would be lovely. Oh, Eden Diop's just rushing away. That 14 finishing coming into its own again. Very similar, almost identical finish to his one in the previous game, but came about in a slightly different manner. The last time it just fell to him on the edge of the box. Here, he drove for that. A brilliant run. Picks it up on the edge of his own half, drives past one and past two, inside a third. No one can catch him. Bosh. 3-1 Cambridge. We're going to get back-to-back wins, which fires us all the way up to a lofty 15th so far this season. Praise everyone for that. 4 minutes added on. If we can ensure that they don't get another one back, then that would be preferable for obvious reasons. The goal difference will come in handy as well as the points later in the season. We have the opportunity, whilst we're in good form and in good flow, to grab more, which we may well do as a penalty is given in the 91st minute. And from the spot, I think it'll probably be Cabal, won't it? It is. And it's 4. Playoff chasing Blackburn Rovers have the floor wiped with themselves here at the Abbey Stadium. That is shades of last season, this performance. That's bloody-sational from every single player on the pitch there. Very happy with the result and the way you played. Right, we're not going to change a winning side. Fiorini had a really good impact off the bench and then a solid game after that as well, so I'm going to continue on with him at cam for the time being. Players on their way back from injury, but still not in a position to be utilised, so we will do the not change a winning side thing, and hopefully the 2 back-to-back wins might become 3. It is only a might, though. Mike Cooper in goal is very good, and we were looking to try and buy him, but we decided to go with the loanee of Matteo Rizzo instead. Hopefully that decision is justified. Fiorini with a corner for Cambridge. Scored with a corner comes in and then just a straight header, but we have grabbed a couple of goals from second phases of play. Alfie Doy, Fiorini bangs it. 3rd goal of the season for Luis Fiorini. He is turning up. I knew he was going to be a good signing. I just had you have a gut feeling, and it gives him a lowly star rating, but you look at the stats and you're like, you know what? I reckon he's got it. Turns out he has. I was right. I like being right. And if we can do the whole score just before half-time thing, then that would throw them even more into disarray. Jay Stansfield does grab another 2-0 Cambridge. The side is starting to click. Although we are playing a lot of relegation-threatened sides, but the 4-1 against Blackburn, who are chasing promotion, is actually our best result so far. So maybe the side really is genuinely starting to click. Up the fucking Yellers. Lovely. We'll absolutely take a 2-0 win. I mean, 3 XG. We hit the woodwork 2 or 3 times as well in highlights you haven't seen. Every player to a man with a 7+. Right. Well, Luis Fiorini is now a 2.5-star player, apparently. I mean, he's better than that already, but fair enough. We'll keep going. Don't change a winning side. The only thing we have changed is that Jay Stansfield is now an advanced forward, not a pressing forward, at the request of Wayne Rooney, the Fulham manager, who got a bit pissed off that I was playing him in the wrong role. Oh, you lucky boys. Cheeky rebound with a reactionary header, and Sunderland take an early 6th minute lead through Rig. Botheim with the effort, Alesi with the throw. Nice little 1-2. 1-2-3. And what can you do? There's nothing you can do about stuff like that. That is just pure randomness. Cabal on the run around the outside into the box. Squares it. And somehow that's gone in. Pembele. Yep, Timothée Pembele. Own goal. Brilliant run by Cabal to just drive around the outside and just put it in the mixer. Lundstrom. Yeah, they've cleared that. And now there's space for Bonnie to get in behind. And they've got runners too. This is dangerous. Someone needs to mark up in the middle. It's 3v1. No surprise. Oh, that they found one of the 3 men. But another fortuitous deflection. Adil Al-Shish. Sunderland getting very lucky here, have to be honest. Very lucky indeed. We are going to lose by 2-1, and the winning run comes to an abrupt end, although an unfortunate end. I'll say unlucky. Because, quite frankly, they got 2 deflections there, and they didn't really create much else besides. We were decent. We're 6 points off the relegation zone, 5 points off the playoffs, solidly now mid-table after a really decent run of form. He was fearing he's out for 2 weeks, but actually there's a 3-week break until the next game for some reason. 3 weeks in the middle of September and the beginning of October. I'm not entirely too sure why, but I mean, fine. It just means, Cardiff is at the manager already. They beat me. That's crazy. Cardiff beat me, and then their results must have just tumbled after that again. Back to... No! They got 3 wins in their last 4 games, but then losing to Plymouth is the straw that broke the camel's back, apparently. That's a bit hasty, I think. They just started to show signs of turning around. It's like the Cambridge board sacking me now because we lost to Sunderland. I think that's quite fair, really. We will... Yay! BT's gifted a sub to the channel. Thank you very much, mate. It's gone to Jamie Todd. Jamie, welcome to the gang, my man. That will be all for this Football Manager episode, though. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. Appreciate your patience in waiting for these episodes. They will continue to come to you, so don't worry. And hopefully the next one will be just as point-filled for us. Certainly the best episode of this 4th season so far. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.